The Zoom MS50G Plus is an upgrade to the original Zoom MS50G. It's a compact multi-effects pedal for the guitar, and it's the same size as a standard guitar pedal. It costs around £100, and you can see it has a fairly solid construction made of metal. There's a lot of different buttons and dials here, which I'll get to in a moment, and you can see there's a screen. This is an old school LCD type screen, but it does have some different colored backlights. So you can see the input is a single 1/4" jack, and that also acts as a power switch, so when you plug something in there, it will power on. In terms of outputs, you've got mono or stereo 1/4" jack outputs. It takes a standard kind of pedal 9-volt power supply, but you can also power it with batteries. So you can see here that you can put 2 AA batteries in there, and that will last about 7 hours. So the general idea of one of these pedals is it has a lot of different effects built into it that you can assemble in different virtual pedal boards or patches. In this case, there's about 100 effects included in here and 100 different patches or memory slots to construct your pedal board. By the way, there is a USB-C port here, which lets you plug that into a computer to access and manage those patches more easily. In terms of all the buttons on here, we've got the main switch there that will enable or disable the effect you have selected. Then there's these 4 buttons around it which have a very satisfying click to them. The bottom 2 move you between the effects in a particular patch, and then the top 2 will cycle through the different patches you have, moving up and down. Then above you have these 4 dials. When you're on a patch and on a particular effect, if you start turning these, you'll start changing the parameters of that effect, but each of them are also buttons and they let you navigate through the various menus that you have on here. Each of the patches can hold up to 6 effects, and this thing comes included with 85 pre-made patches of various types of sounds. There's 15 slots for your own, but you can also rewrite the pre-made ones if you want more slots. When you're inside a patch, you can see there's different pedals that you can scroll between, and the signal chain importantly goes from right to left, and you can see the little arrows on the pedal that remind you of that. So I've just gone onto a blank patch here, and we can press the library button to look at all the different effects we have at our disposal. Now these are organized into columns, which make sense based on different categories of effects, and also what your typical signal chain would look like. Handily, each category has a color, so you can recognize them. So the first one in pink are things to do with dynamics of the sound or the volume. So this is things like a compressor, a noise gate, a limiter, and you can see I'm in this column and I can move up and down to look at all the various options that are there. Next up in orange, you have filters or equalizers. So these are things that are going to shape the tone of the sound without adding any kind of crazy effects. You can see we've got some filters, parametric EQs, and all sorts. Next in red, we have all the different drives, distortions, fuzzes, things that are gonna, really amp up the sound of the guitar. And then you've got, again in red, things that are like amp simulators. So these are also powerful drives that are creating kind of a signature sound based on particular brands of amplifier. Next in cyan, we have all the different modulation effects. So this is where we start getting to the more funky, interesting effects. So this is things like chorus, you've also got tremolo, you've got phasers, you've got anything that's kind of wobbling and changing the sound, also an octave somewhere around here. Then closing off in this sort of dark blue purple type color, you have lots of different types of delays. These will typically come near the end of your signal chain, so it's nice that it's organized like this in the categories. Then in green, you've got all kinds of reverbs. And then finally in yellow, there's some different special effects. So it's things that maybe didn't fit anywhere else. So for example, a pan, I think there's a sitar simulator. I do want to give a mention to this line selector pedal. So it lets you actually activate and deactivate up to 5 different effects at the same time. So this can be really useful if you want to put, for example, a distortion and then a delay, and then have a little bit of a solo button when you go onto this line selector. Lastly, when we're on an effect, we can long hold the main switch of the pedal, and that will open a tuner. So that's very useful to have, and that can also mute the output if you want it to. So yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of different effects here, and if you're just getting started with guitar effects, you've got something in all of the main categories to explore and play with. I'm not going to demo them all in this video, but I'm sure there's other videos out there that do that really well. That brings me to talking about the 3 ways I think you could use a pedal like this. The first is to craft some really interesting, intricate, complex signal chains in the patches, and then that way you have different sounds that maybe you want to use for different tracks or different performances. The other way to look at this is what's called a stomp box type mode, where you're kind of just trying to emulate a normal pedal board, but using one pedal only. The great thing about this pedal is you can use your foot to switch between effects in the signal chain using these switches. So actually, it's kind of like having 5 separate pedals next to each other, and you can highlight between them. What's convenient is you have this backlight which tells you what category of effect you're in, so you don't get lost and you don't have to crouch down and have a look. And then the last way is to just integrate this into an existing pedal board, given that it's the same size. I think this would work really well at the beginning of a signal chain. You've got a tuner in there, you've got all kinds of compressors, you've got different things for EQ and dynamics, you've got an octave pedal. One of the ways I've personally used this is combining it with a loop pedal and doing kind of improvisation. So I'm using using some different effects like octave and chorus. I'm recording them into the loops that I'm making with the looper pedal, and I'm taking advantage of the fact I can power this with AA batteries and taking it wherever I go. As for a few gripes I've had with this pedal, obviously the screen is a bit small, it's black and white, you know, you've got those backlights, but generally it's an old school black and white LCD. Yeah, it's a little clunky sometimes to navigate. Obviously with bigger multi-effects pedals, you have bigger screens and it's easier to see what's going on. I should say though, compared to the MS50G, I found navigating this a bit more difficult than the original, and I'm actually going to make a comparison video where I go more into depth. Not to say this is really awkward to use, there's just some decisions and changes that were made to the menus which I really don't understand. In terms of other pedals that are out there, as far as I know, if you want this like stomp box and patch kind of functionality, I don't think there's many options that are this size. Now Zoom do have another offering, the MS50 CDR Plus, and that's more focused on chorus, delay and reverb effects, so it has a few more effects in those categories. It also has stereo input compared to the mono input you have here. So overall, really decent pedal, pretty straightforward to use. You can integrate it in your setup, you can use it alone. It's got a wide range of effects, so I think highly recommended to check out for any beginners and that kind of thing. I am going to be bringing out a tutorial of how to get started with this, as well as that comparison with the original MS50G, so subscribe and put the alerts on to stay tuned for those. But otherwise that's everything, so drop any comments you have, your opinions about this pedal below, and I'll catch you in the next one.